solutions by seeing their variables: hot water, cold water, and what that's going to be stirred, and normal water.
Room temperature water. So these two are room temperature water. And
Okay.
we also need sugar.
Yeah. So each of them, as you can see, have the exact milliliters of water, which is 200 milliliters, so that it can be a fair test. So this is hot, this is cold, this is room temperature, this is room temperature.
So how many spoons are we going to put?
We're not going to put much.
Let's take one. Okay. How many spoons?
I think 1 spoon for each glass.
Okay, just take a
Half spoon.
No. Okay,
We need an exact amount.
Let's just take a full spoon.
Oh my god, who's going to drink that? Or it's not drinkable.
Okay, there goes one.
There goes another. There goes another. And there goes another.
So sugar's turn is done.
So we are stirring.
Do we need 3 more spoons to make them? So do we have to stir them, all of them at the same time?
No, only one is going to be stirred.
What are the others going to do?
We'll observe. We'll see how much work they can do.
Okay, stop moving it so much. You should go faster in heating.
This is really
water.
big spoon. You know what? I think I can get a smaller spoon. Okay, wait.
You gotta learn to do it fast.
Remove that spoon.
Okay.
Take out that spoon. Sorry. As you can see, the sugar is disappearing already, and in the hot one too, the sugar is melting. I mean, it's dissolving.
Not much.
Yeah, but it's faster than the others.
God.
So as you can see, do you wonder why the cold water and the room temperature water are not doing any progress?
There's nothing to stir it. Is there?
Stirring is not the only
And there's
variable.
no heat. Like how it's there
Heat
in
is
this
also
one.
not the only variable. I mean, they are, but just because they are not there does not mean that they are not present.
What is it? What is it? I want to know.
See, so within some amount of time, we managed to get this totally dissolved. All the sugar in this was totally dissolved. Now let's see how much has dissolved in each. This a little has dissolved because it's the hot water.
Little, but it has.
Cold water, nothing has happened. It's no progress. And in the room temperature water, nothing has happened again. So what's the explanation behind this? When you heat it, the particles gain energy and they move into the spaces between the water particles. So they dissolve. So that's why we can't see them, because they are going and placing themselves between the particles of the water molecules. So when that happens, it's not visible to our naked eye. Only if we take microscopes, there are chances that we might be able to see it. In cold water, what happens is there's no energy given. Actually, what's happening is the energy is taken away. The energy inside the particles of the sugar is taken away by the particles of the water. So when that happens, there's no energy for it to go and place itself between the particles of water. And here there's no energy at all in the initial state. So when that happens, there's no energy again to place itself between the particles of the water. Here there's been a little progress, because when you heat the water, the sugar particles gain energy from the heat. So that will increase the speed of what do you call it? Basically dissolving. So that's what we have learned today. When there's cold water, or when the water when there's no energy within the particles, there are no chances of the particles of the solute to have the energy to go and place themselves between the particles of the solvent. In this, as we stir, we create energy. So as we stir, we create heat. Very little heat, but that's enough for energizing the sugar, enough to place themselves between the particles of the water. Here there's water in the initial state, so they gain a little bit of energy and they go and place themselves between the water particles. So that's how the dissolving and the solutions work.
I want to just extend this further. What will happen if we do the cold water, the room temperature water, and the hot water together?
Like stirring them?
Yes.
Oh.
Let's see which goes faster. My prediction is that the hot water, the sugar inside the hot water
Will dissolve the fastest.
Yes.
Then I think
This
that
with
one
the room
will-
temperature and
then the cold water. So let us begin.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wow, it's already dissolving quickly.
Hey, there's not much sugar on the room temperature one. I see a lot of sugar in the cold water.
Stop, just a sec.
Okay, wait. I look at the room temperature one and look at the cold.
Oh my god, our predictions are actually coming true. Now still more, let's just see how long it takes. Oh wow, the sugar in the hot water has dissolved.
Oh my god. Hey, the room temperature one is also dissolving.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, look at this.
There's so less and there's almost nothing here.
But look at the cold water. There's so much more left.
Yeah, because you're still giving energy to it.
Let's continue.
This is good done.
Lucky. Look, even room temperature. Okay, you do that. Look, even the room temperature
wow.
one. Dissolved. Okay, little bit is left.
Continue.
Look. Yeah, there's so less sugar. Done.
Oh wow. So our predictions are actually coming true. Almost done. A little more.
Oh my god.
Do you wonder why this came first, that second, and this third?
There's more energy in this and it's
Okay.
hotter, so the sugar in it dissolves faster, and in the room temperature one it's little bit hotter than the cold water one, so of course the sugar, there is at least little bit heat in it to make the sugar dissolve, and the cold water how did it dissolve? There is no heat.
You are giving
Energy.
heat as you stir. As you
Okay.
stir, you are giving energy. You are giving heat. So see. So in the now let's get in like a math question. Okay. Now you have three variables. I mean three numbers.
Yeah.
0, 5,
Yeah.
and -5.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you want all the numbers to reach 10. So what happens? 5 is the closest. 5 is the hot water. 0 is the room temperature water.
Yeah,
And -5 is the cold water.
Yeah.
So there's already a little bit of energy. So now let's take the number of the higher the number, the more the energy.
Yeah.
The lesser the number, the lesser the energy. So now 5 already has a little bit of energy. When you stir, you're adding 5 more. So it reaches 10. So it comes first. Okay. And then now you have the room temperature, which is 0. This time you need to stir a little longer. So it produces enough energy to create 10, which is plus 10. So it'll take a little more time. But -5, you need to
It
stir
has very less.
long.
It has very less energy.
So you have to take 15. You have to add 15. You have to stir
Yeah.
until you give amount of 15 heat. 15 heat, and then it will reach 10. So by that way, hot reaches first. It already has a little energy. When you stir, it completes. It has enough energy to place the sugar sugar molecules between the water molecules. In the room temperature, there was not enough energy. But when you stir, you add energy, so it will take a little longer.
I think there was a little bit energy in this because you said there was little bit energy in the cold water.
It's lesser. Just because just because this is lesser does not mean this is more.
No. I'm saying this also has.
It has very little. It's not enough to do the work.
Then if you're trying to say that this has very little energy, what about this?
This has like totally no energy. It's getting sucked out of energy.
Oh.
See, so what happens when the cold water molecules touch the like a slightly hotter sugar molecules? They tend to give out their energy. They like make it equal. The amount of energy from each particle is equal. So when that happens, like there's no energy at all. Like there's very less energy. So less energy is not enough.
Yes.
In that,
there's
little energy. They tend to have a little energy. You just have to add a little more energy by stirring, and that's enough to complete. Here there's enough energy.
Yeah,
but it will take longer time. You stir it, you're giving more heat. You're just making the process faster. So you'll totally dissolve it. So it gains energy to totally dissolve it.
Yeah.
So that's how they dissolve. That's why the sugar in the hot water dissolves first. The sugar in the normal temperature, room temperature water will get dissolved second, and the sugar in the cold water will get dissolved last.
Yes.
So that's it for today. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.